Hello friends, my name is Katie from Eternal Flame, and today I thought I'd share with you a plan with me in my new planner for 2025, the Stand Diary from Midori. So if you're interested in checking out how I stumble my way through trying to figure out how to use this planner for next year, please stick around. Thanks friends. Before we get right into it today, I of course wanted to take this quick moment to thank you all so very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, I very much appreciate your engagement, so if you like this video, definitely let me know by giving me a thumbs up and making sure you're subscribed. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave that in the comment section down below. Alrighty friends, so this planner actually starts in October of 24, which is great because we're already there, and actually we're almost done. So I'm about to leave for a business trip. It is currently Saturday the 19th. One thing I love about this, as we've talked about before, is that it's a Monday start and it's in English, and it's very different than what I have in my other planners. And so with that, I'm planning on taking this opportunity to get familiar with my schedule for the following week. And so with that in mind, I'm going to be repeating a lot of things that are already written in other planners so that I can prepare. All right. So I just wanted to cover, so first we're going to start off with the monthly, I think. And I think I'm going to ignore a lot of what's already passed because that's probably not too helpful for me here. But I want to be able to be familiar with what's coming down the line. I have some of my very favorite supplies here lined up. I think I'm just going to pull these because it's such a tiny space to be able to write on. I don't know if you can just see in comparison to my pens how little space there is, which is really a struggle for me. So I am going to France again and I am leaving today. And the calendar I'm looking at is actually a Sunday start, which is really hard for me to figure out. And so what I may do is actually use my Gurutoga Uni 0.3 millimeter mechanical pencil to sketch a lot of this out just because it's very fine, which is great. This I'm going to use the Sarasa 0.5 mark on, I think, for the more bold lettering, so like headers and times. And then over here I'm going to use my Energel Klena for any writing that I need to do. So I leave for France today. And that is I think I'm going to leave, the house at 6 p.m. So let's see if I can write that here. And then I return on around 2:30 on Friday, which is actually 25th. See, it's throwing me off. Okay, and so it's kind of confusing because like this is the time that I'm leaving the house. So I'm just going to clarify that here. We are very far from the airport. So it's going to take quite some time to get there, and it's international. This is kind of cool. I like that I'm getting settled in. And so there's some other things that are happening. There's a date here where my husband's going to a golfing event at 3:30, and once you can see, I'm struggling to get it fit in the allotted area. So golf, and then I really want to keep my eye on some important events. So I think we're going to go to brewery or winery. I'm going to write winery to try to will it into existence. So we don't have a time yet. So I'm just going to use my pencil to kind of space it out. And then I'm going to use this one here. you can tell it's not exact, but that's okay. So we have the winery that day. We have a few birthdays. I'm missing my birthday stickers and stamps, so I'll probably just leave that out for now. Ooh, oh my goodness, guys. I have a root canal. This is terrible. And so let's definitely track that. First of all, this is Halloween, so let's rate that first. And a birthday. Very important birthday. And so my root canal is at 1:30. I am dreading it greatly. Definitely struggling here a little bit. And then Georgie, our mini donkey, is getting castrated on this date, we think. So what I'm going to do is actually put in pencil because he's got moved a few times. It's not considered like an urgent thing. And actually he wasn't ready last time, so they might move him. And so we don't want... And what I can do is just right over this. George. Okay. So hopefully I remember what that means. So this is really interesting. I'm able to fit, I think, more than I was expecting. And it works out because I'm actually using my very cheap Amazon planner over here as reference. And so it's much larger. It fits a little bit more of the nitty-gritty details. So I'm lucky in that way. I do want to mark finally connecting these lines here. And so let's see how we'll do that. I'll probably use my pencil so it's not permanent. Just in case I mess it up. Just to visually form a line of like how long I'm actually gone. And as I mentioned, I am not really looking forward to all these trips to France, but I don't want to be ungrateful either. So with that in mind, I will make the best of it. I think some personalities thrive on that, like that much travel, and I must not be that personality because in some ways I kind of dread it. Okay, sometimes. Okay, and then I've never used these arrows before. Can you guys see this? Okay. Apologize if I'm out of frame. You know, that was actually the wrong arrow, but that's okay. It worked out anyways. Anyways, friends, I think that's basically it. I'm actually really impressed. I want to take a look here and ponder how to use this. I did hear from one viewer, thank you so much, educating me about this spread because I had asked the question, well, how do we use this spread? And apparently it's a Gantt chart, which I should have known because as an engineer, that's what we use at work. Let's see. But I'm trying to figure out how I can use it, and really just not sure, not quite sure yet. So if you guys have any ideas about how I could use this, definitely let me know. I kind of made a joke in response because if I were to track, for example, because I was hoping to use this planner not only to track appointments, but really mostly for things like George's castration. So basically mostly for farm type things. I was hoping to be able to throw this in my purse because there's a lot of graph paper here that would be really useful for my husband and I when we have our chats, which I actually should do next, and sketching out, for example, right now we're in the process of designing and hopefully very soon building a cat hut. I'm calling it a cat hut. And so I'll just show you that here. So it's 1019. And you can see this has very fine grid paper. Let's see. And so I want to be able to bring this around so that I can sketch it out. We can have chats about like what goes, we never, like it's honestly probably bad that we never buy plans, I guess, for things. Like the chicken coop would have been one example. But we like to build things on our own and design them. I think it's the engineers in us. And so being able to sketch out like the dimensions or relative dimensions, this is going to be really great. And so keeping that in mind, there's these check boxes back here. And so, for example, I'm chuckling because I'm not sure if the mic picked up the gunshot, but it's farm living. Okay, so the first thing is, I guess farm related would be build the cat hut for our little gatitos, the little kitties that we have. And then we also need to finish, oh my god, this is so embarrassing, building the donkey pen. My husband reminded me that we've had the donkeys for 6 months now and we haven't finished their pen, so that's a little bit embarrassing. So these are some big ticket items, I guess, for my husband and I before the ground freezes, because he needs to auger some holes. So I'll probably get out there today to go lay out the location for the fence posts. Anyways, friends, thanks so much. And like I mentioned, if you have any suggestions for how to use this Gantt chart spread, I'll pull it up again so that you all can see it. This one here. Definitely feel free to leave that in the comment section down below. I'm thinking maybe I can track some of my medical symptoms. I have an autoimmune disease, and so there's a lot of different layers of what that means. And so maybe if I start tracking here visually, I can bring this in with me to the doctor, or to my meetings with my doctor, my appointments with my doctor, to kind of show what's been trending and what's maybe hopefully has been going away now that I started medication. That might be really helpful. I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts. Anyways, friends, thanks so much for your time today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, friends.